Lyall Cameron sparks outrage with brutal Dundee truth. Now everyone's raging. Gassama tears Plzen apart. 4 goals in Europe, and Sheffield Wednesday are in bits. Russell Martin drops stars, unleashes chaos, and Rangers look unstoppable. Subscribe now. I'm Alex, and if you want passion, fury, and Rangers news that bites, you're in the right place. This isn't transfer business. This is a daylight robbery. This is a European demolition with jazz hands. Viktoria Plzen walked into Ibrox thinking they were turning up for a football match. What they got was a public execution. 3-0, Gassama's brace, Ant-Man running riot, Plzen torn to absolute ribbons. Their midfield, gone. Their back line, missing in action. Their morale left somewhere on the tarmac at Glasgow Airport. The Czech media are already weeping into their pilsners, calling it hopeless. Hopeless! After one leg. That's how badly Rangers ripped them apart. Gassama didn't just score. He made Amar Memek's head spin like he was caught in a tornado. Poor lad probably woke up still dizzy. And listen to this. Gassama cost Rangers £2.2 million. 2.2. For that, for a 21-year-old baller who's already got 4 goals in 3 Champions League qualifiers? You couldn't get a used Ford Fiesta for that price in today's market. Meanwhile, Sheffield Wednesday are curled up in a ball somewhere, sobbing on X and begging folk to stop talking about it. Just stop mentioning it, they say. Aye, we'll stop when he stops scoring, which by the looks of things won't be anytime soon. This is the kind of business Rangers used to be famous for. Not just signing players, stealing them. Gassama came in from Sheffield and looked like he'd been playing at Ibrox for years. Explosive, electric, ruthless. You could smell the fear every time he picked up the ball. And Ant-Man? The Finn served up the second goal like he was delivering breakfast in bed. Meanwhile, Russell Martin's fuming that they eased off late in the game. That's the mentality. Dominated them for 70 minutes and he's still raging. That's exactly what you want in that dugout. And here's the twist of the knife. Plzen are crying about Pavel Sulk leaving. Really? That's the excuse? One player? Newsflash, we've had to rebuild a full team every summer since Brexit. Get a grip. And yet, imagine this was Celtic. Imagine Celtic had put in that performance. Front page of every paper, champions elect. But when it's Rangers, silence, barely a whisper. As if beating a team like Plzen 3-0 is no big deal. Gassama is proving himself on Europe's biggest stage while the Scottish press pretend it's all just a fluke. But if he keeps this up, they'll be scrambling for praise like seagulls at the chippy. So let me ask you this, how many more cheap signings like Gassama need to run riot in Europe before folks stop pretending Russell Martin doesn't know exactly what he's doing? Oh, here we go. A lad dares to tell the truth about life after Dundee, and suddenly he's public enemy number 1. Disrespectful? Disrespectful. Grow up. Lyall Cameron opens his mouth for 2 minutes, and half of Scottish football has a meltdown. You'd think he'd slagged off the Queen and stolen the league trophy the way folk are carrying on. All he said was that Ibrox is a different planet compared to Dens Park. And guess what? It is. It absolutely is. The boys gone from Tuesday night mudbaths in Montrose to Champions League nights under the lights. That's not disrespect. That's reality. Tam McManus pops up quicker than a Celtic fan spotting a penalty shout, crying on X about disrespect. Aye, Tam, we know. You've got a direct line to outrage. Maybe focus less on hurt feelings and more on the fact that Lyall Cameron ran the midfield like a wee Ginger Iniesta against Viktoria Plzen. He starts his first game for Rangers in a massive European tie. No nerves, no nonsense, just class, energy, control, intelligence, and a rocket up that Czech midfield. What are folk talking about? A daft quote about the difference in training intensity. You know what it is? It's bitterness from folk who can't stand seeing a laddie step up and speak honestly. He's not slagging Dundee. He's not biting the hand that fed him. He's just calling it like it is. The standards at Rangers are sky high, and some folk can't handle hearing it out loud. And what's worse, if this was a Celtic player talking about moving up from a smaller club, the press would be writing poems. Ambition, growth, a real professional. But because it's Rangers, it's disrespect, it's arrogance, it's lack of media training, nonsense. The lad's barely unpacked his boots, and he's already being told to sit down and shut up. That's not how we do things at Ibrox. We back our own, and if Cameron's words ruffled a few feathers back in Dundee, maybe it's because they know he's bang on the money. So here's the question. Why is everyone in Scotland so allergic to hearing the truth when it's wearing a Rangers shirt? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.